Good afternoon, everyone, again, and welcome to another forum of Elliott Wave Forecast. Today is the 17th of January, and here we go. Another forum, another conclusion of what the market should be in. Guys, as always, this is the yen, the dollar yen, the one that we're using as proceed for the market. The dollar yen, like I say, it looks like it makes a new high. So this wave 4, it missed our target of 80.20. It reached 87.90. So, but it did the equal X right there. So with that in mind, another cycle is coming right there. So what it means is that, and I open the forum with this charge is on purpose. The reason that I open the forum with this charge is because I want you guys to understand where we are, and it's time to start talking about it. All right, it is time to start talking about it. As you guys can see right there, the dollar yen and most of the yen pairs are doing a flat from last year lows. All right, so a flat is a 3-3-5 structure. It goes 1 2 3 1 2 3 and then imports in the C way. What I means with that is that the yen pairs looks like right there is finishing now wave 3. With the next high, the power for wave 3 should come into the end, and most likely the deepest correction that we're going to see in the market same here is going to take place. If you notice, you can see 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11. There are no imports in 11 swing. So the structure is not completed. But I believe that the big wave for some sort of big sideways or deep move is going to take place. And we believe that after this new high over here, the yen pairs, they're going to dip. And and we're going to see now this to take place. The wave 3 should end pretty soon, and we're going to see another round of yen strength. Now the market looks to be even more correlated between the dollar and the yen, and and we're gonna see this dip in the yen pairs. That dip is gonna end this cycle, and consequently it's gonna be another dip to around 88 area, 87, and another rally that should take the yen to around 91.12, 91.12, 92 area. So that's when this whole cycle ended, and then a big correction is coming to the market near you. Everybody understood that? Everybody understood that? Right? Now, what does that means for the market? That means that all you got left in this bullish market is a correction and another rally. So knowing that, when the market gets to this top, the whole market or the whole risk trade should top over there. Meaning that at that moment in time, we should see a bottom. We should see right there a bottom in the dollar, and the dollar should start rallying. Please, it's come from the guy and from the company that since July of last year, we've been talking sell, buy risk. Think about it. Not yet, but we're getting closer by the days. And I want you guys to keep that in mind, all right? And I'm trying to be as clear as I can right here. Now, what does means over here? Does mean that this chart of the 4-hour US dollar is also very clear. It means that the US dollar either the US dollar going to get to 78.40, guys. That's no question. It's going to get over there. It's going to get to 78.40. I got no doubts in my mind. It's going to get to 78.40. The US dollar does. Now, when that happens, the dollar can make a big rally. So, for now, we got a little more downside in the dollar. But, because remember, the dollar no, but the euro is calling a 5 swing on the daily from 26.60. So, very clear, guys. Very clear. Everybody has a question about what we say. Very clear. I want everyone to understand that. I want everyone to understand that. Everybody understand that, right? So now, this is the dollar in the 4-hour. Now, the dollar in the 1 hour, it has two ways around. We know that some risk off should come to the market. Why? Because with the new high right here in the yen pairs, this cycle making a new high, that means that after that, we're going to see the risk off again. It's no coincidence that this week the dollar yen trade lower, and so did the euro, and so did Aussie. Still, we believe that still is more risk on, but I want you guys to understand and because like we always say, it's very important for the trader to be able to understand the cycles and the big cycles. And we believe that the dollar yen now is entering and finishing in a small time frames a cycle that started yesterday. A cycle that is going to take 5 weeks and it's going to put back big time before another rally to finish the big correction. That's why if you take a look at the dollar, and I decline here, this is the 60 minute. Let me put the 240 minutes dollar yen here. If you take a look at this cycle is going to end after 5 weeks, and it's going to dip again. Now, if you take the dollar, it's very simple. Maybe that dip, what it's going to do is it's going to rally the dollar here, Because remember, when the dollar rally and the yen rally, that's called risk off. And when that happened, the market, when that happened, that means that the market is selling risk. So if the dollar, all it needs is, the dollar has two ways. Either it's going to rally, it's going to soar and put back, or the dollar is going to rally to here and put back. I don't think that with this cycle in the yen pair coming to the end sometimes tomorrow, I would say that the dollar has too much rally on it, that the risk on trade has too much rally on it, because that's the way it is. Everybody understand that, right? So we are expecting that that after this cycle ended, we're gonna see a dip, and that's another dip that needs to be bought in the dollar yen, and also that's another dip that is gonna be very good buy in the yen, a good buy in the euro yen, and also a very good sell in the dollar. But after, I believe, honestly, that after we're going to see a top in risk. Everybody got that one, right? All right? Everybody understand that. Very important, guys. One more time. Very simple. Let me repeat it. I love have you in the right side of the market, as you know. Very simple. The dollar yen. We've been saying we're using the dollar yen as a proxy to call the market. The dollar yen is doing a flat since last year's lows. What happened is that flat since last year, in the dollar yen is gonna end around 91.12, 92. Now, after, what do you need is, if you notice, and I know you took the class, from here you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11 swing. You know that better than me, that 11 swing, an 11 swing do not make a correction and impulse, meaning that more outside will come. All right? You agree with me in that? So you need, after this swing, you need a pullback and another rally. So this one is the big wave 4. You follow me home, right? That's the big wave 4. Now, how does it relate to the dollar? The dollar needs more downside, another swing to the downside. That's what the dollar needs, another swing to the downside. You see what I mean? That's what the dollar means, another swing. Now, the thing is that, going back here and put it in a small time frame like a 60 minutes, that all you need from here is 5 weeks. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. What it comes after is the big wave 4 and another rally. So if you take a look at the dollar, right here, the dollar has two paths. First path of the dollar is that the dollar can, the first path of the dollar is that the dollar can, either from here makes 1, 2, 3, 4, on 5, or that the dollar now is gonna kind of that the dollar is gonna kind to extend into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a pullback. What I'm trying to say is that if you didn't buy the euro last night at 132.70 area, that that it has the low over there, if you didn't buy it, don't feel bad. Why? Because at the end of the day, what's going to happen is that it's going to be a pullback, because the relationship between them, this pullback in the dollar, in the yen, or that strength in the yen is going to relate as a strength in the dollar. Now you understand it? It's going to be one more chance to get all these pairs in a good trade, both the dollar and the yen. Now you understand it, huh? I want to be clear about it. It's complicated, I know, but that's the correlation game that we like to play. And like I say, still risk is a buy in the dip, but like I say at the beginning, coming for a person that you know better than me, Hun, that have been very bullish risk, I'm going to start warning you guys that the honeymoon of the risk trade is about to hit and stop. It's going to happen. It's going to happen very soon. Not yet, but it's going to happen. And that's the thing that I believe that the yen pairs is when the dollar yen hit, when the dollar yen, still we are in honeymoon, but when the dollar yen hit around 92, 91.50, that should be an indication that we are in that zone. And that we're gonna start being careful about it. All right? This is very important, guys, to be honest with you. Very important. All right? Now, the 10 years note, as you guys notice here, but is that bouncing very nicely. Look, they did 5 ways of the lows, and they're going to be another pullback and another rally, but it's coming to the end also. It's coming to the end also. All right? Please, I want you guys to be in that page with us. Remember that. The same with Cooper. Cooper over here, they're doing the same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It bounced pretty nice over here also. So that means that about these levels, there is more reason. Don't get me wrong, hon. There is more reason. All I'm saying is that we're getting close, guys. All I'm saying is that we're getting close. And I know that it's going to be more reason. Nobody have to tell me. But I know I don't our clients to get caught in the short squeeze or in the long squeeze in this case. It's gonna be brutal. It's gonna be brutal. But we know how we handle it. And that's why I want you guys to buy risk. It's more buying, but we're getting close. We're getting close. Remember that. We're getting close. All right? Also, I believe that a pair like a DAX is very interesting here. Look, if I put together S&P and the dollar and the UK, is very significant. This what I'm going to show you guys now. From the 16th of November, this one was the connector here. DAX is in the different world. But if I take DAX, out of it, it's very obvious that this is the connector. I honestly believe that in some degrees, it's going to be a putback in rigs in another rally. I got a question there asking me, what does this mean for cable? I tell you the truth, my friend. Cable is a different animal. And the reason why I say that is because I seen cable. If Daoud is there and he remember, or Greg or Instiat, all these guys, I had seen cable rallying with risk off. I don't know if you remember, Daoud. Cable sometimes has rally with risk off. And maybe this is one of those. I don't remember exactly the day. I wish that I will remember, but I seen it. I seen the dollar being rally and cable rallying. And I say, how comes? I don't know how cable does it, but I seen it. So I'm taking cable with precaution against 158.50 and see what's come. Now, what I want to say about the indices is that if you measure here, they are around the 618. And I still believe that this can be a flat and a brutal set-off can take place in the indices in the next 72 hours. That is going to provide another nice entry to the downside. I know that there is one more swing in risk. I know that. I got no doubt in my mind. So, but after that swing, I want you to understand, guys, as careful as you can. You understand what I mean, Daoud? Very careful after that swing. Because after that swing, we can have at least a top from November 16 all around. If it's not something bigger. But that's how we are, guys. We know when to say, be careful. We know when to say that. We know when to say that. And not yet, but after the next swing, you better be careful with risk. And do you know what is the worst case right here? That's when everyone is going to become, unfortunate, bullish risk. After the next swing, because people, that's how the crowds are. They always get late to the party, unfortunately. Everyone was late on the short side of the euro when it was at 120. Everyone was selling. And we were telling you guys the exactly same words that we're telling you guys today. If you remember that, we say next low It's going to bounce. And that's exactly what it did. That's exactly what it is. So that's all I have to say today, guys. I mean, I believe that the yen count, we probably are the only one in the whole world that have that yen count perfect. If you look at it, our yen count is working perfect. We've been buying the dip. It didn't reach the 37.20, but it did it. And then we knew that it's going to go higher. We were expecting lower, a little lower. But well, all I'm saying is this new high can be ending wave 3 in the yen pairs. And I don't think it's done yet, but after the 4 and a 5, watch out with the yen. Because something's going to happen that is going to create a risk-off environment in this market. Yeah, one more high is going to end the cycle from, one more high is going to end the cycle from yesterday. And that's what I say, Daoud. That's what I say, that one or two, but that's what I say, that I think that the market is waiting for that big correction here. This is the biggest one. This wave 4 should be the biggest one since these lows over here. And that's the one that I think that that's the one that is gonna, the dollar is gonna get strong a little bit. The euro is gonna get to 132 one way or the other, and from there it's gonna cause the last rally in the market, in my opinion. Okay. So any other question, guys? Any other question, guys? Cable, cable, it did. Countering, I won't call the flag, you know that. If it comes, better. But it looks important. Like I said this morning, the reason that I switched the count, that we switched the count this morning, it was very simple, guys. Very simple. It's extension-wide. It passed the 1.236. I won't call the flag. I try to avoid that. And not only that, it's a clear 5, 3, 5. Should do this. Should do that. And then a pullback. You asked me about pound Swiss target in 1 hour. Is on the side. Instead. Trend report. Pound Swiss. 44.66. It's right there. You got everything right there. It's going to be updated later. Now, cable saying this morning, I think it did either a leading diagonal from the lows Yeah, because it's still possible. I know you wasn't around at that moment, Instead, watch the trend report video so you understand that report right there. Because still nothing has said in the pound sweeps that the 15-minute trend had changed. Now, the pound from the lows, let me see. The pound from the lows, it did, I mean, it did 7 swing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No divergence. So it's corrected from the lows. Pound still can see 59.20, guys, easily. I don't like the look of the 4-hour stochastic RSI in cable. All right? It can be, I don't know your opinion, Daoud, about it, but I was counting the swings, saying here, and it can be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This can be the 9th swing, 9, 10, and 11 to around 159.40, 159.70, which is right here, 59.72, 70. You see, he's bouncing from the equal legs. Yeah, I think it is. I think that yesterday did a flat right here. 3, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You told me wait, I got my orders in place. You told me it's gonna reach over here. It did a flat here and a flat here. Until euro pound doesn't finish the 5 ways, the pound won't find a low. I agree with you, Greg. You see, you guys are good. I love that. Nothing makes me more happy. Okay, guys, so it's 1:25. I gotta go. I'm sorry. I got the Spanish photo coming in. I think that everyone should be clear where we stand. More risk on, buy the dip, at least for one more time. All right? Thank you, guys. Over the phone, Greg? Or you can do it now. It's better now because I'm very complicated after the Spanish side.